class. I hope you guys are all having a great day and a great semester. Today, my speech to you guys is going to be on gun control, and it's going to be a persuasive speech. So, for starters, I'm sure, as all you know, over the past years, gun control in the United States has gotten progressively worse. There's always mass shootings, school shootings, just gun violence in general, and it's due to the lack of gun control. So I'm sure there's many of you guys in class that may have experienced some type of gun violence or heard of some type of gun violence. And over the past years, guns have been a problem that have affected many of Americans. I'm sure in the United States, there's actually over 1 million cases of gun violence a year, which is insanely high because there's millions of people in the world. So for there to be 1 million good cases a year, that means at least one person is affected in the United States every year. In order for our government to act on stricter gun control, it would take us as citizens to make our voice heard in order for them to change gun control. Society must all play a part. If we all play our part in wanting to have stricter gun control, I'm sure our government will listen. Gun control is something that can benefit all of our futures, including our kids. I mean, I don't know how many of you guys might have children in our class, but I'm sure it is a concern to you guys when a 14-year-old, 13, any teenager, even little kids can get their hands on a gun and take it to school and possibly harm others with it. So first I'm going to address some of the tragic events that have happened due to gun violence. And constantly we are reminded how bad the problem of gun control is when tragedy strikes. Sometimes in this society that we live in today, gun control is so out of hand that it just seems like normal when it happens. It doesn't even catch us by surprise anymore when we see guns on the news or mass shootings, school shootings. It seems so regular nowadays. In 2018, approximately 372 deaths and 1,346 injuries were caused by mass shootings and school shootings. Now, it doesn't seem like a lot. 1,300 deaths does not seem a lot when we have millions of people in the world. But if you think about it, it's quite a good amount of people that have lost their lives due to stupid reasons. Gun violence in general is a big problem in the U.S. In 2018, more than 14,000 people's lives were taken from gun violence. Gun violence has gotten so bad that is starting to become the lead cause of death in the United States after suicide and car accidents. And I'm sure, as all of you may have known, another tragedy that has happened here in El Paso, where we all live, I'm sure you guys all heard of it, was the Walmart shooting. This shooting happened on August 3rd, 2019, and to me it hit home because it's just, you never expect to see it be so close to you or us. And this shooting took place at a Walmart when gunman Patrick Cruces took 23 innocent lives with the weapon that he used, which was an AK-47. Now, for a person to be able to get their hands on that type of caliber of weapon to me is ridiculous. That's blasphemy. No person in this world should be able to have a weapon of that caliber. It has gone so bad that gun control has gotten so bad that U.S. President Joe Biden has recently spoken about the lack of it. He explained it by saying gun violence was an epidemic and an international embarrassment to the United States. This was reported on AP News not too long ago in April of 2021. Buying a gun in the United States is extremely easy. And the reason being is because background checks are so easy. Like, the questions they have are so easy. Some of the questions involve: have you ever been convicted of a felony? Have you ever been convicted of a misdemeanor crime or domestic violence? And lastly, are you an unlawful user or addicted to marijuana or any depressant, stimulant, narcotic drug, and other controlled substance? Now, for most people in the United States, a lot of people haven't been felonies. A lot of people have committed crimes, but not many are really felons or have been involved in domestic violence. Therefore, if they haven't, it's easy for them to get a gun. The thing about gun control is it really is hard to control, but we can all make a difference. Most people in this country are most likely never committed a major crime like that. And what makes it scary is that when these people buy guns, you never know what their intentions are with the weapons. That's why it's scary when tragedy hits, because you don't know what the reason behind the tragedy was. Another thing is, with gun control has gotten so out of hand that recently Texas passed a law saying that everybody can have a handgun as long as if it is visible. You do not have to have a license. Therefore, meaning a lot of irresponsible people will be able to have guns here in Texas, which is close to home for all of us, as we all live in Texas. Now, for the positive outcomes of gun control, according to RAND.org, the stronger gun control would reduce homicide and suicide rates here in the United States, which is a plus because homicides are the leading thing for guns right now. And as mentioned earlier, gun violence is slowly becoming the front runner for the major cause of death. So that is another thing that having better gun control would help with. So in conclusion, I believe that gun control is obtainable, but it will take all of us, including my audience, which is you guys, to want to make a difference and want to have better gun control. Because as you all know, we are the people, we are the voice. So if we make ourselves if we let our voice be heard by the government, they might possibly want to make a change. So that's going to be it for my speech today, guys. I appreciate you guys for taking the time to listen, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your semester.